Oh, hey guys, didn't see you. Being a busy adult, it's very easy to forget the things you need to do throughout the day, so I recommend doing a to-do list. So let's see here, what's on the list. I did the dishes, I vacuumed the apartment, I took out the trash, I watered the GIMP. What else is on here? Ah yes, I gotta play Atelier, Lydie and Suelle for the Nintendo Switch. Now I've had this game for a while, it's been on the back burner for a while, but I just haven't had time to check it out. So, finally sat down to play it this past week, and let's check it out. Atelier, Lydie and Suelle for the Nintendo Switch. I'm not saying any of these words correctly, am I? The Atelier series is one of the unsung long runners in the JRPG genre, never getting the same star treatment as titles like Final Fantasy or Shin Megami Tensei. The Atelier series has been going strong since the PlayStation run. They're known for taking a lighter approach to the JRPG genre and dealing with themes such as the shopkeepers you would meet in other JRPGs. Atelier, Lydie and Suelle, the most recent title in the series and the capper to the mysterious trilogy of Atelier games, follow suit. I sound like I know my stuff on the series, but truth is, this is my first Atelier game. I didn't know what to expect, I just said, oh boy, anime girls and it's a JRPG on the Switch. Goes together like peanut butter and marshmallows. But a problem that can happen when you're doing a weekly review show is that you risk running into a game that just isn't for you. Doesn't mean the game is bad, but the game just couldn't speak to you, and that's my problem with Atelier. It just isn't my kind of game. We play as the sisters of Lydie, the one in purple, and Suelle, the one in green, as they venture on a quest to become the best alchemists in the land. It's a basic setup, and a setup that I didn't find too engaging, but when we find out the mystery of the mysterious paintings, the wheel starts turning and gets more engaging. The characters have a lot to say, and just about everyone has a good amount of screen and development time, much like a good TV show or cartoon. The characters themselves look nice and are very colorful. Even though I wasn't paying attention to their names, I could gain a lot of info just by looking at the characters. Though I'm not too sure about Lydie's outfit. What kind of pervert over at Gus decided to give her a top that amounts to a piece of cloth tied to her chest with strings? 14 years old, people. The same can't be said about the environments. Not the 14-year-old pedophile Pete thing, but the looking good thing. Even with a strong color palette, environments look really cheap. It's hard to explain, but things just don't mesh well together. And the textures are very, very, very meh. Seriously, look at this wheat. Is this a Switch game or are we back on the PlayStation 1? Honestly, when I first popped this game into the Switch, I thought I was playing a PS2 game. Wait. Didn't I say something similar in my Attack on Titan 2 review? Another Koei Tecmo published game? But everything is so low resolution. When stuff breaks, it looks like someone slid down the opacity bar in Photoshop. And from a distance, Attack on Titan 2 could almost pass for a high-end Dreamcast title. And while we all know I love the Dreamcast, but this is not the Dreamcast, this is the Nintendo Switch, darn it. I'm not sure if the developers were lazy or if money was tight, but some effort into making your games look presentable will go a long way. It's like those dudes over at r/incels who get pissed that they can't get any girls when they don't shower, don't shave, and then wear clothes encrusted in Cheetos dust. I wash myself with a rag on a stick. A little bit of effort into your appearance will help you out, fam. This shirt smells like cigarettes. Atelier Lydie doesn't pull anything new or groundbreaking when it comes to the JRPG genre of games. You select your move, you do the move, and you hope you don't get steamrolled next round. Rinse and repeat. It isn't terribly complicated, nor does it have any gimmicks, but it gets the job done. Some bad guys might be resistant to physical attacks, some might need a bit more elbow grease to work out, but overall the battle system, it works. Atelier Lydie isn't terribly difficult, so grinding isn't necessary unless you like killing ponies. But they're so cute though, why did you want to kill them? There might be an occasional time where Lydie and Suelle need to farm monster drops to use in alchemy, but not monster drop beings, that's for Monster Hunter World. Overall, the battles work. They don't have that flair or flow like a Persona 5 or a Skies or Arcadia, but there isn't as much menu molesting as there was in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Just a nice, serviceable, turn-based JRPG battle system. Where Lydie and Suelle really failed to pleasure me, why did I write that sentence, is in the objectives. The The plot isn't the main driving force here. It's all about leveling up your alchemist ranking. Cool, I can dig it. Ranking up involves many things from collecting items, killing monsters, crafting, talking to people, jumping. It's not a bad system, but I'm gonna call it for what it is. Busy work. Just stuff to pad out the game time while the plot goes from point A to point B. Some players might like this kind of gameplay structure and laid back approach to storytelling, but for me, I ended up losing interest far before becoming the Full Metal Alchemist. Collecting and crafting are two sticking points for me. I really can't get into these styles of games. Whenever I do collecting in games such as Banjo-Kazooie or Donkey Kong 64, it feels like I'm just picking up someone else's trash. Hey look, someone left a copy of Sucker Punch in a bush. And the same can be said for Atelier Lydie. It's just not my thing. I think some players will like the style of gameplay, but again, not for moi. I did rag on Atelier Lydie a lot in this review, but the truth is, it's far from a bad game. It's well put together, the characters are nice and have good on-screen interactions, the battle system cuts right to the chase for some simple JRPG goodness, and the music is fantastic. But most importantly, Atelier Lydie doesn't piss me the hell off like Ukulele or Fatal Bullet. And at the end of the day, that's all I ask for. So I think you could tell from my general tone of my review that I'm pretty meh on this game. I don't think it's a bad game, it just isn't to my personal liking. Doesn't mean it's bad, just personally didn't really care for it. And if it looks cool to you, I say sure, go for it. If you're into JRPGs, if you like more slice of life style anime and stuff, I think you might like it. Do keep in mind there is an exorbitant amount of DLC for this game for some reason, because this is a Koei Tecmo game and they love their DLC practices, see Dynasty Warriors 9. But ultimately though, not bad. It's definitely worthy to beef up your Nintendo Switch collection, in my opinion. I'm going to give Atelier Lydie and Suelle a 6 out of 10. Yeah, that's all I got to say about that. I feel like Japan was kind of with me on their feelings for this game, because this game absolutely tanked in Japan. On PS4, it debuted with number 13 with only 21,000 units sold. Sales were so bad for the Vita and Switch versions of this game that I can't even find sales figures. So I feel like the Atelier series' future is in the air right now. And keep in mind, the previous games, from what I understand, they weren't selling so hot either, so who knows what's going to happen with this franchise. Hopefully Gus brings it together for the next game, buffs up the graphics, buffs up the gameplay, and makes it the definitive AAA Atelier game for your Nintendo Switch or your PS4. And yeah, I think that's about it for this review. Remember to like, share, subscribe if you found this video helpful or any way, shape, or form. Let me know. Make sure you hit that bell next to the subscribe button and get notified whenever I upload a video. And yeah, I'll see you next week, everybody, for the review of BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle. Get ready for Crossing Fates. That's not the tagline, is it? Oh well, we'll talk about it next week. Anyway, later fam.